So I want to do a real quick video on jurisdiction. As you notice here, I capitalized jurisdiction, I capitalized power, and I capitalized authority. That's the way it's written in the Constitution. So jurisdiction is the power or authority to do a thing. If you're talking about a general jurisdiction, you're talking about lowercase j for jurisdiction, lowercase p for power, and lowercase a for authority to do a thing. Okay, that's general jurisdiction. It comes from, it ties into sovereignty, and sovereignty comes from God to the Pope to the King, as far as in this kind of situation where you have the divine right of kings. And they have arbitrary power, meaning they can do whatever they want. So when it's lowercase, they have arbitrary power, they can do whatever they want, meaning they can just put you in jail permanently and not tell you what your crimes were, as well as many other things, such as those listed in the Declaration of Independence. So when you have specific jurisdiction, you're talking about capital P for power, capital A for authority, capital J for jurisdiction. That's the way it's written in the Constitution. That's because it is specific and it's limited and it's defined. As we know, that's what it says in the Constitution, or that's what it says about the Constitution, that the powers in the Constitution are limited and well defined. Okay, it ties into sovereignty. Sovereignty in this situation comes from the people. That's why when the founders came over here, and the colonists came over here, and all the people came over here and created the United States of America, they were leaving this situation. They were leaving a situation where Catholicism was pushed upon the people, because Catholicism says that sovereignty comes from God to the Pope to the King, and then by the time it gets to the people, there's none left. Over here in our situation, power and authority when given to the government is limited and defined. So sovereignty comes from the whole body of the free people, and it rises up. They created the state, and then they created the federal government, meaning the federal government had only a little bit of jurisdiction, a little bit of power, a little bit of authority. The federal government had a little bit, the state had a little bit, and then the people left the rest to themselves. And we do this because all men are created equal. That means that one man cannot claim to be sovereign and have arbitrary power over other people and claim that other people have no sovereignty, that only the God, Pope, and the King have sovereignty, and that the people have none, and that the people need to be ruled over. That's arbitrary jurisdiction. That's not what we have here. We have specific jurisdiction. It's capitalized in the Constitution. It's limited and defined. Sovereignty comes from the whole body of people, because all men are created equal, which is now acknowledged in the Declaration of Independence.